Now to New York's Ground Zero and the remarkable story of the work underway there. Here's NBC's David Bloom.
They were ahead of us.
This is our Gettysburg, our Pearl Harbor. A lot of people lost their lives. It was a pivotal point in our history.
This is Ground Zero, the epicenter of the September 11th attacks. For the past 6 months, Richard Scheer, Commissioner of New York's Office of Emergency Management, has led the work here, spearheading the enormous task of rescue, recovery, and cleanup.
The pile there, the pile of debris is the remains of number 2 World Trade Center. That's what's left of 2 World Trade Center.
That pile there.
That pile there, that's all that's left. And that's why I say, if you would have told me 6 months ago that we could have searched the remains of this location in that much time, I said it's impossible. They've gone through 1.4 million tons of debris looking for the people who lost their lives
in 6 months.
In 6 months. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Immediately after the attacks, the debris field rose as high as 8 stories across the 16-acre sites. Today, they're down to bedrock, 7 stories below ground. And despite the speed of the cleanup, the top priority has always been the recovery of those lost.
You have spotters, firefighters, police officers, working with the construction workers, that if they spot any bit of human remains, they will stop the mechanical equipment and start doing what they're doing there, getting ready to do on the pile, is do hand digging.
Spring has come early to New York this year. The tourists are coming back too. And in this season of renewal, another sign of New York's recovery. Just a few hundred yards from Ground Zero, workers are busy putting the final touches on a temporary memorial to be unveiled tomorrow night.
We'll be able to see 2 columns of light, each constructed of 44 beams that are about a quarter scale of the original trade towers. And so the idea was, first and foremost, to memorialize the lost lives and to also honor the work of the rescue workers.
Near Ground Zero, thousands come every day, many lining up at this viewing platform for a chance to bear witness and pay their respects.
There's no way I can ever say, then there's no way that our city can ever thank the rest of our country and the rest of the world for what they did with us and for us from 9/11 on.
David Bloom, NBC News, New York.
In Shanksville, Pennsylvania tomorrow, another memorial to the victims of United Airlines Flight 93. Today at a church near the rural site of the crash, preparations are underway for a service of remembrance. 40 people died on that flight, which slammed into the ground before it reached its intended target of Washington, D.C.
We understand